Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I went for a little cut crease soft look. If you would like to know how I created this look, keep on watching. I am using Foolproof Brow Powder by Benefit. And let me tell you, it's the best eyebrow product I have ever used so far, and that says a lot. Here I'm just filling in my brows and trying to create little strokes upward, and really the secret really is just to use a light hand and brush to diffuse the product in the brow to make it look more natural. Now I'm grabbing my Shape Tape in the shade Tan, and I'm just really trying to clean up my brow. Grab a nice, soft, fluffy, dense brush and just really kind of buff it into the skin. And I also like to use my finger just to really dab it into the skin. Now I'm grabbing that same shade concealer and just dabbing it all over my lids. And then I'm taking my Laura Mercier translucent powder and just setting that. Now I am going in with MAC's Wedge and using it as a transition shade. I'm just really blending my life away, making sure everything is effortlessly blended. Next, I'm taking the shade Saddle from MAC, and I'm just blending that into the crease as well. Using a slightly smaller tapered blending brush, I'm going in with the shade Caramel by Anastasia Beverly Hills, one of my favorite colors ever, and I'm just really working that product into the crease below the other two shades. Now using Rustic from the So Glam palette, using an even smaller tapered blending brush, I'm really working that into the crease as well. Again, below the other three prior eyeshadows. Taking a big, clean, fluffy blending brush, I'm really just diffusing and softening the edges. The part that always gets me really nervous. I'm applying the concealer onto the lid and I nod real quick, and by doing so it kind of creates a stamp, so I use that as a guideline to see where I have to cut my crease. Here I'm switching over to a smaller brush. I thought it was flat enough to be more precise, but I end up switching to a very fine Zoeva pencil brush, and that worked much better because you really need something tiny if you want to get that precision. And as you can see, I am really taking my time. I'm working slow because you do not want to rush this process right here. Just checking if it's even. And since it wasn't, I'm going right back in. And now that I'm done with cutting the crease, I'm going in with MAC's Rice Paper and just really setting that concealer. Using a smaller brush, I'm trying to get very close to the edge. Using a pencil brush, I'm taking the shade Caramel again, and I'm just blending that right above the crease I just cut. And then I'm going to take some concealer and cut the crease again, checking it. And then I'm taking the brush and again diffusing the shade Caramel right above the crease. I'm just switching it up, as you can see, just to deepen that crease. Taking rice paper and just placing it onto the lid one more last time. Grabbing a defined crease brush, I'm going back into the shade Rustic from the So Glam palette, and I'm working the color into my outer V and trying to diffuse that harsh line that I got from the concealer. Grabbing some more of that rustic and working it more into my outer V just to intensify the color. Grabbing a makeup remover wipe and cleaning up under my eye area. And now to the fun part. Here I am using my favorite e.l.f. liquid eyeliner, my ride or die, and I am just trying to create a somewhat dramatic eyeliner. As you can see, I'm really trying to take my time. I'm not rushing anything. I'm really using tiny little strokes. I'm okay with working a bit slow because I rather do this than trying to clean up my mess. Is this even? Nope. Taking my NARS Radiant Longwear Foundation in the shade Valencia, and I am applying that all over my face and on my neck. And I am buffing it all lightly into my skin. Yeah, but let me take off my earrings first. Whatever I have left over my brush, I just lightly apply on my ears. I am concealing the under eye area with the same Shape Tape as always in tan. Trying to highlight lightly on the bridge of my nose and on my chin. I'm really not trying to have it too dramatic. Giving everything a good old blend using a damp Real Techniques beauty sponge. Taking Lyric from the Kat Von D Contour Shade and Light palette, and I'm setting that under my eye. And here I'm just taking the same beauty blender and I'm going over that stark contrast by just patting and dabbing everything into the skin to diffuse it. Grabbing some of that translucent setting powder, I'm just setting my face where it tends to get shiny, and I'm preparing my cheek for powder contouring. Next I'm using a Too Faced bronzer and I am warming up my face. This stuff smells so good. I continue by using Shadow Play from the Shade and Light palette and just contouring my cheekbones. I also apply the product on the temples of my forehead in a, I would say, in a swirl dabbing motion, and of course, you know, under the chin. Taking a dense brush, I dab the product under my nose and down the sides of my nose as well. Using my favorite Real Techniques contour brush, I go and blend out any harsh lines. Now, using a small tapered blending brush, I'm using the first shade Wedge and I'm working it into my lower lash line. Grabbing this eyeliner, Golden Eyeliner by Wet n Wild, and just applying that directly onto my waterline. And now I'm giving my lashes a big fat coat. Next, grabbing my favorite blush and applying that lightly onto the cheeks. Man, grabbing my Broken Bubbly highlight by Anastasia and applying that onto the cheekbones. I take the same highlight onto a little pencil brush and I wet it and just pop it into the insides of my eyes. Well, not the insides, you know what I mean. Tear ducts. Taking my Holy Grail brow gel by e.l.f. and really coating all the hairs. Next, I'm popping on some lashes. These are the Wispy 600. Yeah, exactly. Next, I'm going in with my eyeliner and trying to hide those sometimes visible spots you can still see from the lash band. Giving everything a good old spritz. Taking my other Holy Grail product, which is the NYX lip liner in Nutmeg, and lining my lips. Next, I go in with NYX's, I would say it's Sandstorm, applying it onto my lips and then going back in with the lip liner and then just dabbing it to blend it in a bit. And yeah, that's basically it. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.